Yeah.
But she still said she would do the interview today. So, we greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that.
Of
Greatly.
course.
Yep, yep. So I'm about to share this from our Car Talk TV page so that the folks on Facebook can see this interview as well. So everybody's watching it from Facebook. We're streaming live on YouTube, and we also streaming live on Instagram. So we got
Mm,
the trifecta effect going on right now. But
yes, yes.
without further ado, we'd like to thank you for coming on Car Talk TV. Shout out also to Chinky for the Real Car Girls Matter. It's a
Mm,
perfect merch to rock tonight to have you on as a guest repping for the girls. Demonology, what's up?
absolutely.
What's up? So we got a couple folks in here. Um, Before we get into the questions, your name is Carrie G. I gotta ask you, are you a Carrie Hilton fan?
I am. What? That's where I
Yeah.
got my name from.
Ah,
That's where I
okay.
got my name from.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So, tell us where you're from and how you got introduced to the car scene.
So I was born in New York, but I guess I'd say I'm from the DMV. That's where I spent most of my life, and that's where I kind of grew up and things like that. And now I currently live in Alabama. Um, I kind of always been into cars, for the most part. Just kind of growing up, just like liking flashy things.
Right.
And then that turned into me getting my first Camaro out of college, and probably wasn't the best decision, but it made me happy in the moment, and I was happy. I was good. And
Okay.
then yeah, so then I had my Camaro for a while, and then I went to
Oh,
a
oh,
Dodge dealership.
we gonna
Oh
get
yeah,
into the
go ahead.
Camaro talk. We're gonna get into Camaro
Oh,
talk. We're gonna get into that in a bit. We're gonna get into that in a bit. I
okay.
want you to save that story. I want you to save that story because I'm gonna definitely ask you about that. I seen that on your time. I'm like, okay, she had a
Yeah,
Camaro.
I did.
So she ain't new
I
to this. She ain't new
did.
to this. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, so I really got into the whole like sliding thing with Too Legit Crew. So that's like my friends and family from the DMV area, and they all were into it, and I was just like, I want to learn. I want to get further into it. I don't want to just like cars and know how to pump my own gas. And
Yeah.
I will say they taught me everything down to change my own tires and everything, sliding
That's dope.
and everything.
That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to the Two Legit Crew for that.
Yeah.
As far as your first car, I always kick it off. Always kick it off with this question. What
Hmm.
was Carrie G's first car? Like your not your first car
First.
that you had and
Oh,
was
okay, okay.
I mean like your first car. You was 17 or you was 20
Yeah,
or whatever. What
yeah.
was your first car?
My first car was a Chevy Malibu. It was a 2000 or 1999 Chevy Malibu. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Did you do anything to that car? Or did you keep it stock?
Mm, no, no, no. It was no. I didn't do anything to it besides like put, like a steering wheel cover on it and seat covers and stuff. That was pink and yeah.
Pretty
That was
basic,
about
but
it.
you put your own little special
Yeah.
touches to it to make it,
Hmm.
feel like the Carrie G Mobile.
Exactly, exactly.
Cool, cool. So did you always go by the name Carrie G?
No, no.
Did someone
Um,
give that to you? Did you make it up, or how did that come about?
um, so my first time going to the club, I was with my cousins, and this guy was actually trying to talk to me, and I was trying to tell him my name. It was
Right.
so loud, and he was like, "Say it again, say it again." I'm like, I just came up with a name, Carrie. And so since then, I mean, oh man, I shouldn't have been in the club, but I was like 17 at the time. And yeah, that's how I got it. But it's
Cool,
also
cool.
part of my name as well. So
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So you're down in Alabama right now, but you grew up in the DMV. Tell the folks that's out there listening a little bit about both car cultures, the car culture in the DMV, as well as in Alabama. I'm DMV right now, so I know.
hmm.
But can
Yeah,
you talk to the folks in your own words about
yeah.
both car cultures?
So the DMV can't be touched when it comes to the car world. I mean, I've been here for a couple months now, and I've been out. a handful of times. If
And
this
let
is
people know what the DMV is. Like, it's not Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, no, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and I just so happen to be in Virginia. But of course, majority of the meets, they're all over. I'll say that. But yeah, it's a lot slower here in Alabama, compared to the DMV. And the types of cars that they kind of bring out and the things that they do, like they do sliding and things like that, but it's a lot more show cars, I would say, in Alabama. A lot more like show meets and things instead of like bangers or takeovers or stuff like that. They do have them, it's just not as big for sure and not as much. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say it's more of like the not really meets, but like the car show type cars, people that's putting money
Yeah.
into interiors, the paint jobs, the
Yes.
big rims, the
Yes.
sound system.
Yes. Oh my
It's
goodness, the
all
big
about,
rims.
okay, gotcha. That's
Yeah.
that South culture for sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is a down
South
south
culture
thing.
for
It
sure.
was definitely a shock to me. But
Right.
they're nice. They're nice. Yeah, it was definitely something new.
Gotcha. Hey, the real Mr. G Body got a question. He said, what part she came from? I'm guessing he's saying what part of DMV?
The V, Virginia.
The
I
V,
came from
so
Virginia.
VA.
Yeah, Northern
Okay.
Virginia.
Good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. And what's up, folks? That's on I'm looking at the comments on YouTube. Fly
Mhm.
by G Money, Lefty Two Guns, No Limit Eddie. Man, we got folks in here. Miss Key. We got folks in here everywhere chiming in. Definitely
Right.
appreciate you guys. Shout out a few folks on IG. Pat Queen, TA 392 Letty. I don't know if you know Sasha Smooth, but she's another female
Mhm.
holding down them
Yeah,
motels.
I just
Yeah.
started following her today.
Dope stuff. Dope
Yeah,
stuff.
I see Beauty's in
Dante
here. Mhm.
2155. The name be Kevin. The Mailman 392. J Rock. Money Man. Not into you. DMV is the best. ATL Street Blockers. Beauty
Mhm.
392. Real VVS. New York in your city. New York in your city. What's up, New York? FDML. The Spot and More. Kemp 1. Of course, E-Vapors, the other half of Car Talk TV. Roadrunner J. King Real Bachelor. Drippy 10 Summer. RCF. Old Death Egypt. Lyra. SS Daddy Pluto. Q Diddy. Man, we got a bunch of folks up in here. We got a bunch of folks. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate everyone. So you talked about the DMV and you talked about Alabama.
Yeah.
So obviously you do attend car shows, rally. Do you attend rallies? Have you ever took your car in any rallies?
Mm-mm.
Okay, is rallies your thing, or you more so let's do the slides, let's do the car
Yeah.
shows. So what you
Yeah,
like
I
better
do
out
a
of car
lot.
shows or slides? I mean, slides obviously is more more
Mhm.
interactive. What you like best out of
Yeah.
you
Um, I would say I'm very interactive. I like to be hands-on at car meets. I like to, get going. And so yeah, definitely like takeovers and sliding all day,
got
no questions
you.
asked.
So let's dive into that. When I reached out to you, I seen your profile. I actually seen you on the page for doing
Mhm.
the donuts in the in your current 392, and I was like, man, look, what
Yeah.
how did she learn that? Did it just come out of thin air? Typically, it's not coming out of thin air. You practice a lot.
Yeah.
And I scrolled down like, okay, she had Camaro first. So take
Mhm.
me back to the Camaro. You was about to get into it.
Yeah.
How did you how did you come across the Camaro? Like, was it something that you always wanted? Did you get inspired somewhere to say, hey, I want to get into like the muscle car scene. I want a Camaro. Like, take us through that thought process.
Yeah, so first I'll say growing up, I always wanted a Camaro. Like I would always tell my grandparents, hey, like when my first car, I'm getting a Camaro. I'm getting a Camaro. And then that turned into, like I said, I graduated college and I was actually taking my mom to the car dealership. So at the time I had a Chevy Cruze, and
Oh man,
we had
Chevy
only
Cruze.
bought, yeah, we had only bought Chevys at the time. So we went to the dealership. I was waiting with her, and she was, getting all the paperwork and stuff done. That process is terrible. And I just so happened to like look over at the guy and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any Camaros? And he's like, let me check. I'll see what we got. So then he goes, checks something, comes back. He's like, we got one. He was like, do you drive, automatic or manual? What are you looking for? And I was like, no, I can't drive stick. Like, I can't. And so he's like, okay, that's good. We have only one that isn't. And so he's like, we can bring it around front, let you look at it. And I'm like, all right, this is the same guy that we've always gone to for our cars. So he's a good family friend.
Yeah.
And so he brings the car around and I go outside and I'm looking at it and I'm like, no questions asked. Don't even know what type of Camaro it is. Nothing, like nothing. I said, I want it. I'm leaving with this car. Had no intentions of getting a car. Nothing. Just no questions asked. And I just left with a Camaro. So I ended up calling my friend. She drove my car home and I got my Camaro.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So
How long did you have the Camaro? And, did you mod it while you had it?
no, I didn't. I guess I was just, like I said, more into the look of it rather than like what was under the hood at the time. I had the Camaro for almost a year. Yeah, almost a year. Yeah. Yeah, almost a year.
Cool. And Letty said, beauty and educated. Yep, she's a college graduate. What college did you graduate from?
Virginia Military Institute, VMI.
Okay. Congrats on that. On that. All right, so the transition from the Camaro to the 392, like, I mean, when you team Chevy, like, I love Chevys.
Me too.
I started with two Chevys. Those are two different worlds. You went from Team Chevy to Team Dodge. Like, how did that happen?
So like I said, I started hanging with Two Legit Crew, Jalen and Cooley specifically, and they all had Mopars. And so we actually were going to the Dodge dealership because Cooley was looking for a new car. And so just being up there, and also it was the summertime, so like we had a lot of free time for whatever reason, even though we all had jobs. So we would go up there for fun just to like see what they had. And I remember one particular time, he found his car, he was doing all the paperwork again. The rest of us were just looking around, and right there in front was Bambi, and I was just like, here we go again. But it was a different feeling. It was a completely different feeling, and I knew how I was with the Camaro. Like I knew that was a very bad decision that I had made coming straight out of college. And so now here we are a couple years later. I'm like, this car is really nice. I can afford it. I love it. But I was like, you know what? Still sit and think about it. Like, don't make any irrational decisions like I did before.
Yeah.
And so I went back to the dealership, I want to say 3 times.
Oh, wow.
And they had just kept moving the car around from either the showroom floor to the front to just, it was, oh man, it was just this like crazy process. It was. And I reached out to the guy who we knew that worked there. And I said, listen, like, I think I really want this car. And this was the 3rd day. And he was like, well, if you want it, you need to come in today and get it because someone's looking at it right now. And I'm like, all right. So I knew I had to work. I couldn't take off. So I said, you know what? I had the next day off. I said, if it's there the next day, I'm going to buy it. So that was the 4th day and it was still there. And I was like, you know what? That's a sign. I'm buying her and I'm just going about my life. So that's how that happened.
Cool. So is it currently stock right now? The Scat Pack?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you plan on modding it at all? I see you did the spoiler.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that was shout out to Graph Designs because they did sponsor that.
Okay.
Um, but I don't really think so. I mean, if something comes up, something comes to my mind, then maybe. But right now, I'm just kind of going with the flow right now. Plus, she's in the shop, so everyone knows about my little accident.
What
So
you getting done to it? You said it's in the shop.
yeah, I got in an accident.
Oh no, are you okay? First and foremost.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. I can't talk too much on it.
No, I got you.
So, but yeah, it's in the shop and it will be out in the next 2 weeks. So,
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm a backpedal a little bit. You talked about the Too Legit crew.
mhm.
Kind of inspired you to switch from Chevy to Mopar. Because of you've seen the things that they were doing with the Mopars that obviously people weren't doing with Dodges.
Mhm.
Um, did they actually teach you how to slide, or was it you in the parking lot just doing it by yourself so you don't get embarrassed? Like how did that come up about? Like was it hands on? Yo, let's go to the parking lot and I'm gonna teach you how to slide.
Yeah. So, one, I wouldn't say they had an influence on me getting the Mopar. Their cars were nice, but I was in love with my Camaro.
Okay.
One, two, one day they said after I had got Bambi, they said, "Hey, like let's teach you how to slide." And that video is actually posted on my page. You can see Jalen standing in the middle, and I want to say it took about an hour. And there was no, practicing. Like the whole thing is recorded from start to finish. I learned that day and went to a meet that night and slid. So, yeah, it wasn't anything. No, it wasn't no by myself. It was very hands-on. Jalen actually made a YouTube video. Jalen underscore legit made a video um, of the whole, like I said, the whole process. And so it was easy. I will say
Oh,
for
wow.
me, for
Yeah.
me, it was easy. And I think I might attribute a lot of that to just watching them
Okay.
being in the car with them while they were sliding and things like that, and then just going out my very first time sliding, getting it on video, it just kind of came naturally.
Wow. Wow. That's impressive. That's definitely impressive. Salute to you on that.
Thank
Somebody
you.
said, who is the camera person? They got skills. Was that the guy Jalen that you was talking about that was holding the camera?
For which video?
The sliding video. This one, golly, 274,000. Look at that.
No, Jalen wasn't recording that particular video. That was someone I actually don't even know who sent me the video.
Okay. Somebody said, where can I find the video? It's on her page, but
Hmm.
are you on YouTube as well?
Yes, at Miss Carrie G is my YouTube channel.
So go and make sure y'all subscribe to her YouTube channel um, at Miss Carrie G.
Thank
So the difference between the two, can you describe that? Because you got seat time in a Camaro as well as a Dodge.
you.
Now, how would you compare the two?
So the Camaro was definitely a lot lighter, um, smaller, but I'm a pretty small person, so I guess that didn't bother me. Of course, having two doors versus four doors made a huge difference. I think I prefer two. That's just my preference. Um, and then also going from a V6 to a V8, that's a huge jump. Um, So yeah, I mean, I feel like most of the differences are kind of obvious, um, but I wouldn't say there's anything about my Mopar that I don't like. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything about it I didn't like. The only thing about my Camaro I didn't like, it was a V6.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And now, was that because you didn't know the difference between the two and you just went off looks? Or did you know
Um,
the difference between, an RS and an SS?
I want to say I knew the difference at the time, but I didn't care. I just knew I wanted a Camaro and I didn't want to drive stick. And that was my only option. And I was like, I'm leaving with it. So that's just how it went.
Cool, cool. Somebody said, sounds like you're getting a Challenger. I guess they heard that two-door comment. So would you get a Challenger? Would you get, if you had to pick between the two? Would you go Challenger
and a Charger?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Just because I'm a huge fan of just the wide body, and I personally think the wide body looks better on a Charger. That's just my personal preference as far as like aesthetics. But shout out to Cali Gang all the way. Cali Boys and the Too Legit crew. They really be killing it. Yeah. Gotcha. I just don't think it's for me. If I do go back to a two-door car, it might be a Z01.
That's big girl status right there. You step it up big. You go with that. You said no future mods for the car. You probably keep it stock. Was that what you said? Or you just not? You just going with it day by day. No hints.
We really day by day.
We just gotta watch it, y'all. So
watch my YouTube. Watch my YouTube.
Look, watch my YouTube. Go subscribe. Like button. Do all that. As far as hobby outside of cars, do you have any hobbies outside of vehicles?
Yeah. I'm a really like outdoorsy type of person for the most part. I do a lot of traveling. Prior to COVID hitting and things like that. I've been to 13 countries thus far.
Hold on, you said you went to 13 countries?
Mm-hmm.
Impressive. Your world travel passport with the stamps on it.
Yeah. A couple of them I've been to multiple times. But traveling, and when I'm not traveling, I used to do some modeling. I hate saying that because I feel like there's a huge difference between the Instagram modeling and actual modeling. Right. I mean, I'm not knocking no one's hustle or anything, but I think there's a huge difference between modeling on Instagram and actually being in like Fashion Week. And I've had the pleasure of modeling in DC Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, and so on. So. That's pretty
dope. I guess if you got the invite today, I'm not sure how long it was that you was doing the Fashion Week. If the opportunity came today, is that, in the past for you, or, if the opportunity came and, it was something that meets your criteria, you felt like it was big, DC Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, VA Fashion Week, is that behind you, or is that something that's still on the table for Carrie G? Just in case, one of the big people that's watching in the fashion industry.
I would never skip out on any opportunities that's ever presented my way. Especially Fashion Week. I've met some of my closest friends today. I met at DC Fashion Week. So yeah, I would definitely gotta get back in shape, modeling shape. But yeah, I would do it.
Okay, good stuff. So how often are you in the DMV?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Okay, so you try to make it back up here, whenever you can, probably pretty frequent.
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, I definitely try to. I have a lot of family up there. Yeah, so.
Cool. Miss Carrie G is under the weather, so this conversation that we're having, I feel like that it doesn't even seem like you're under the weather, but we gave you the option, like, hey, look, do you want to reschedule this? Because health comes first. She said no. So again, on behalf of both of us, me and Eve Vapors, we definitely appreciate, this convo. And I told you, look, I want you to get back to sipping your tea, drinking your ginger ale, getting your feet rubbed and stuff like that, sitting by the fireplace. So we're gonna make this a quick one. A thing that I do is called the Random Five. If you haven't watched the latest Car Talk TVs that I do, I ask 5 questions, and you just give your, off the cuff answer. So the first question is, what's your dream car?
I don't know why a Maserati was the first thing that came into my head, but it's not. I don't really know. I have no idea.
So what is it that you like about the Maseratis? I mean, it got to be something.
I really don't know.
Maseratis a nice
I,
car.
they are, they are. I just don't. I don't know why. Like, I guess I was just thinking of just random stuff in my head, but I really don't know. Like, I know I want a fast sports car, but if I had to pick another car or truck, I think a G-Wagon would be on my list.
G-Wagon.
I want
G-Wagon.
blacked out. Yeah.
G-Wagons are nice. We got
Hmm.
actually Chinky. Do you know Chinky from the Real Car Girls Matter? Up here in Maryland, up here in Baltimore.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, she runs Disturbance, and they got a bunch of Mopars as well. She said the
Hmm.
same thing. She wanted the, I believe, all white G-Wagon.
All black me.
All black you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Look,
Yeah.
Letty said she gotta go to work. Look, appreciate you for coming in, and checking out for a little bit. But she
Thank
said she
you.
hoped to slide with you one day.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it
Yeah.
happen. Give me 2 weeks so I can get my car, but we can make it happen.
So do you take the car on the road with you?
Yes.
Like would you take it down to Florida, or meet halfway? Let's meet in Georgia somewhere, or whatever the case might be.
Yep. Georgia is right there. Florida is right there. My car is currently in Texas, so I'll be back there in the next couple of weeks.
Oh man,
Uh, yeah, wherever I go, I try and take my car if possible. Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
And also the YouTubers call out between Dunk Master and also Demonology. I'm not sure
Hmm.
if you've been keeping up with their back and forth races, but they got a big YouTuber event that's coming on August the. If New York in your city, he can drop it and make sure I'm saying it correctly. But August the 10th in Texas at the Texas Motorplex. They're going to be hitting the drag strip and racing. Do you get
Okay.
into any racing, or do you just stick with the slides?
I don't race, not yet.
Would you
It's
get on the
kind of
track?
how
Would
can
you?
I race with a scat? I
I
mean,
mean,
a
Baker,
stock
if
scat.
he's in here, he can confirm that people were racing scats. People were racing scats. I mean, it's like what, almost
Ooh,
500 horses?
me personally, no, I am
You
not
can-
racing in a stock scat personally. I'll slide all day. I'll slide circles around anybody. But I'm gonna stick in my lane, and that's just not my lane.
Gotcha, gotcha. And it's April 10th. Baker just told me at the Texas Motorplex. So if you're in Texas, feel free to come through. Everybody's gonna be there. A bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of car enthusiasts. From what I heard, it was a pretty good event. From what I seen online, it was a pretty good event. I'm going to be there, repping for Car Talk TV as well as E-Vapors. And you got the invite just from us. You got the invite from us.
Thank you,
E-Vapor said he
thank
beat
you.
2 scat packs in his I-8. Yeah, you definitely scat pack leader in I-8. Harry G said, nah, I respect my car enough. I'm not going to put it on the track and get embarrassed. Like, it's fast, but, it's not racetrack
Yeah.
fast. All right, so back to the random five. Second question, favorite restaurant?
Ooh. Okay. District Chop House in DC.
I haven't been
Yeah,
there. What,
they
what kind of
have
food they serve?
amazing steak. Oh man, I'm a steak and seafood girl, so yeah, they have some of
Okay.
the best steak I think I've ever had.
So how does that compare to Ruth Chris as far as the steak? Ruth Chris is
Um,
unbeatable to me. Like, I didn't try steak other places.
I I think it's just the hype, honestly. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's nothing that's special about it. Nothing that stands out to me.
Okay. I didn't try. I haven't tried that place. I tried Morton's. I
Morton's
didn't
good.
try Morton's. I like Ruth Chris better than Morton's. Maybe they just messed me up that day. I don't know. Hillstone down in Miami, down at Ball Harbor. I had a steak from there. And I don't know if you ever been to Ball Harbor, but they got a restaurant called Hillstone, and the food A1, A1. That outside of Ruth Chris, that was probably the best steak I had. I'm gonna try your place. I'm gonna try your place because I'm a steak connoisseur. I love steak.
Try
Um,
it. Try it. Wait, how do you eat your steak though?
I eat it medium well.
Okay,
I eat it
all
medium
right.
well. I don't like it butterfly. We got a butterfly. That's what Morton said. We got a butterfly. Cook it. I don't want it. I don't want it butterfly. Like, you know, cook it all together. But you know, that's just my opinion as far as the steaks. Next question. What keeps you going every day?
So if you were to ask me this, I would say what 6, 7 months ago, I would say my sisters. So I'm the oldest of 5 girls. The youngest is 2. The oldest under me is 15. Those are like my heartbeats. So yeah, I would say them. But unfortunately, 6 months ago, I also lost my grandmother to
Oh, wow.
COVID.
Sorry.
Thank you. And so I feel like that answer has kind of slightly changed just because the type of relationship that we had, it was more than grandmother, granddaughter relationship. She was like my mom. So yeah, that keeps me going, just knowing that her desires for my life and the things that she preyed on, um, yeah, I gotta keep going.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Do you, I'm sure your younger sister, she looks up to you as like a role model.
She does. She calls me every day. Yes, that's my
That's
girl.
cool. That's cool. Let me address the comments just a bit.
Yeah, I see them going. I'm like trying to get close and see.
Yeah. So, you know, E-Vapors, he was dragging scat packs. He was dragging scat packs down in Memphis. We got a few people with scat packs in here that's
I
talking that
see.
talk. So look,
Yeah.
everybody who got a scat pack in here that says it's fast. E-Vapor said he's the hybrid king. A lot of people have been looking at these YouTubers that's talking about the i8s isn't all great. I've driven an i8. I8 is fast. I haven't driven a scat pack, but I've seen E-Vapors beat scat packs. I don't think he lost to any scat packs while he was in Memphis. So if you want to test
Tell
your
him to
scat
come to
pack,
the DMV. Tell him to come to the DMV. I'm willing to put some money on a couple people in the DMV.
oh, look.
I'm just saying.
April 10th,
Not me.
come to the racetrack. Anybody with scat pack, April 10th, come to the racetrack and sell it there. We gonna do it the right way. We gonna do it the right way. You can either line it up at the light, or you can do a road race. Let's sell it there. Everybody say it. Let's do it. It's the car, not it's not the car. It's the driver. Definitely. All right, Carrie G. Fourth question. What's the biggest misconception that people have about you?
I've been seeing. I don't know. I don't know if I should say. Okay. I've been seeing a lot of places that like now that I guess my video has gone viral or whatever that I'm Hollywood, and I'm like, how? How? Like I didn't talk to you before the video, so like like I just don't understand what has changed about me, or what do you know of me that has changed when we've never had a conversation. Um, so he said you're mean as I'm not mean. I'm not mean. Yeah, a lot of people I keep seeing that, and even after the whole incident with the most recent incident with my car, I've been seeing that like, oh, I think I'm better than everyone else, or I'm Hollywood now, and I'm like, how do you know this? Like, what changed? Like, I just don't understand. Um, yeah, it makes no sense to me.
So people may assume, you know, because you went big viral, you know,
Yeah,
they
like
go to your IG page and see that you're doing big things. You know, they might hop in your DMs and don't get a reply like, oh no, she Hollywood now.
yeah, it depends on what you DM me, Like it really just depends. Like if you're gonna, DM me about like sliding or, just car stuff in general or my YouTube or you know what I'm saying? Like something that I feel is appropriate to respond to, I'm gonna respond. I honestly can say I've tried to respond to everyone. The week that the video went viral, I had 20,000 DMs.
Wow.
And that's not even me like lying at all.
I believe
And I
it.
tried to respond to everyone, but there are some people I will say who don't deserve a response. And that's just me keeping it real. And if I see a message, or if your message even rubs me the wrong way in the slightest bit, I'm just not going to respond. I will leave it on red. But anyone else, I have no problem talking to, or just, yeah. I haven't changed. I'm not gonna change. I'm still me. For those who had the pleasure of knowing me before the whole video and all that, they know the real me.
Yeah, the comments is chiming in. People who really know you, you know, they're saying how, you know, great of a person you are. You know, this is really our first time, or really second time talking. You know, I see you come across real humble. You know, no matter, you know, your income status or your car status or your celebrity status in, you know, the YouTube or IG world, you know, you definitely seem like a humble person. And, you know, I greatly, again, on behalf of Car Talk TV, appreciate that, and you coming on and having this dialogue. Because, you know, I mean, we reach out to a few people, and, you know, they might leave us on red, which is cool. You know, no hard feelings on that. But, you know, for those who, anybody who comes on, no matter their level, you know, we greatly appreciate them for showing us love. 'Cause we're a new channel. You know, we just started doing this probably about maybe 5 months ago. I'm just returning back to the whole social media thing as well, you know, maybe 2 months prior to that. And, you know, again, I know how some people get like, yo, what's his status? How many subscribers he got? What kind of car he drive? Or he don't got a Mopar, or he ain't got a, you know, wide body, or, you know, he don't have 1 million followers. You know, they some people categorize you as that, and I get it. Again, I'm back on Instagram, I'm back on Facebook, I'm back on YouTube, and being in front of the camera is what I do best. So cool, I'm back in my zone. Just give me a little bit. My number's gonna come up. So once the numbers come up, and you know, certain people like, oh, you gotta be on my status for me to talk to you, we can have a conversation when I level up. That's cool. That's cool.
It's enough room for everyone to eat. That's for sure.
That too. Last question for you. How does Carrie G want her legacy to be remembered?
Ooh, how do I want my legacy to be remembered? I don't know. I've never thought about that.
Making you think, right?
Yeah, I didn't expect this. I don't know. I guess I just want to be remembered as just a person for everybody, you know, a person for the people, I guess. Yeah, because we all started somewhere. I'm not where I want to be, but you know, I'm sure that someone wants to be where I am, and so, I mean, I just want to be remembered as, I don't know, just me. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm gonna get back to you on that one, cause.
All right. You're gonna have to drop a caption or drop a video and say, hey, look, Car Talk TV, I thought about it. I'll
tag you in it.
Yeah, definitely. I know that one, you know, dive right over your head, and you didn't expect that one coming, but that's what we do on Car Talk TV. We talk cars, but we also we don't really get into too much personal stuff, but you know, we want to know what the person is like, what else they into besides cars. You know, how they treat the people. You know, do they treat people, you know, any type of way? Just because they got the, you know, the big car, you know, do they treat people, you know, with respect? And people like humility. People like humility. People like people who's humble. But again, you know, we just like to get into that, and especially somebody like yourself who got 20,000 DMs. Obviously, is people out there that see what you're doing. It could be a female out there that has, you know, a basic charge. It's like, man, that girl Carrie G, she's doing her thing. Like, you know, I'm watching her. Eventually, you know, I'm gonna get my money up and, you know, be able to get to that level to get into, you know, a scat pack or whatever the case might be. And, you know, you're not coming across like a braggadocious female. Hey, I'm stunting on you. I'm doing this. You see me sliding. You know, my car is better than some of the guys that's out here. This, and that. You know, you carrying yourself in a, you know, a very humble fashion. And people watching, people like that. You know, continue to do your thing. My last, I guess, question is, you know, what's next for Miss Carrie G? What's next for you?
What is next? I really can't figure out what's next until I get my car back. um, but no, so yeah, so getting my car back, like I said, I had that accident and things like that. That's what happens when you are out here in the streets.
So
um,
once you get the car back, you're gonna figure it out.
yeah, yeah, and definitely just trying to put out more content for my YouTube channel. I really want to try and go hard with that. I've had so much help this far, just with the two little videos, just trying to, just trying it out really. Because I've never done anything, with YouTube or anything like that. And then I had made a post earlier on my story about I think it was like a hoodie and then it has like my logo on it. And someone's like, hey, I really want to buy that like today. And I'm like, it was a joke, but now that I'm getting so many inquiries about it, I think merch might be on the table too.
Dope, dope. So your logo, is that your avatar?
Mhm.
That's your logo?
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Well,
Cool stuff.
slightly modified. Yeah. So like you're talking about my profile pic on
Mhm.
Instagram. The only difference is in my profile pic, I am sitting on top of Jalen's Challenger, and in my logo, we changed the car around to my Charger.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it still like the black silhouette?
Yeah.
Dope, dope,
Yeah.
dope, dope. All right. Any tips of wisdom that you can share? To the viewers that's listening, to the audience that's listening?
On
You know,
sliding or just
I mean, on anything. It could be on cars. It can be on chasing your passion. How to reach your goals, because obviously you set goals for yourself and things start to happen and you cultivate them and manifest them.
yeah.
Whatever comes to your mind that you can leave for the viewers and the audience.
Um. Okay, let's see. I got a couple things I think just came to my head. So first, I would say, be patient. I feel like everyone has a time and a place for everything. Um, I wasn't patient with my Camaro, but it turned out, in my favor. But I was patient with getting this car. So be patient, whether it's like your car, your job, or whatever it may be. Um, and then when that blessing does come through, remain humble. Remember, where you were, where when you wanted whatever it is that you've been hoping and praying for and things like that. And also remember that, just as quick as you got whatever it is, the popularity, the car, the job, the house, just as quick as you got it, you can lose it.
That's right.
So that's why I always just, remind myself, like, even if another video goes viral or when the video was going viral, stay humble. Like, just as quick as you got this fame or, things like that, this attention, you can lose it. And then what? Then what do you have? Um, and so that, I guess the last thing is, based off of that previous comment, um, be true to yourself and love yourself, I guess. Yeah, because I keep thinking of like me prior to this, and I'm saying prior to this as in like me in college and before then, and like in high school and stuff. Like I had a lot of like um, issues with myself and just like loving myself and staying true to who I am, just to like please other people. So yeah, just trying to just find out what you love and put yourself first sometimes, and that's okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Love it. Love it. Look, folks on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button if you've been enjoying this interview. We're about to get out of here. Let the people know again where they can find you at on Instagram. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, let them know. Shout them out.
So I'm not well, I am on Facebook, but it's just my immediate family. So no Facebook, but I am on YouTube and Instagram at Miss Carrie G. That's MSKERIG.
Cool, cool. Any sponsors you want to shout? Car sponsors. Shout out your crew. Shout
Yeah,
out your team. Shout out your folks.
yeah. So my sponsors, Graph Designs, as well as Grind Over Doubt, or Godspeed. You can I'll shout out Two Legit Crew, the Charlie Boys, and yeah, I think that's about everybody.
Cool, cool. Look, next time you get up to the
Yeah.
DMV with your car and y'all doing some slides, hit me up. I'd love to come
All
out,
right.
see how y'all
That's
get
right.
down, bring the camera crew with me, and
Yeah.
we just get some nice vlogs going on. I recently met up with, and I think you know her, 392, Shake Your Girl 392.
Yeah, Shaker Girl. Yeah, she and I did a nice photo shoot together over the
Right.
summer, and yeah, she's cool. I like her.
Yeah, she cool people, and that car is loud,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
And
It
that
is.
thing
She's doing her
moves.
thing.
Yeah, she
She's
definitely
definitely
doing
doing
her
her
thing.
thing. I love to
Um,
see women in some muscle cars.
that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Look, everybody, I thank y'all for coming in. Those who watching on YouTube, those who watching on Facebook, those who watching on Instagram. Certainly appreciate y'all tapping in. Be sure to follow Carrie G again on Instagram and also YouTube. She's about to drop some dope content. Somebody says she got me crying here. What maybe one of your posts, the narrow stack. uh, we don't have any last words. Again, follow myself at Car Shorel, follow Car Talk TV, follow E Vapors. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we appreciate you for doing this interview, especially with you being under the weather. It greatly means a lot to us. You could have easily said, look, let's schedule it, which would have been no problem with us. But you said, look, I'm gonna power through it, and I'm gonna still do it. I greatly appreciate you on that. And my last words to you guys, as I always say, stay positive, stay motivated. I'll see y'all on the next one.